Guy Havard reporting there, and that statistic that the average marriage in the UK lasts 11 years. Every couple watching now have been married 10 and a half years. Absolutely sick as parrots. And so at the moment are Wrexham, because in an early game today there's been a goal, and it's an important goal as well. Tranmere starting to go top of the conference, and Ollie Marks has put through his own goal inside the first 10 minutes there, so Groucho and Harpo will not be pleased with him at all, will they? So, early goal in that game, which was also a 12-15 kickoff. Let's talk with Merce first of all. Interesting there, by the way, to hear George Graham talking about the lack of good players being available and also the cost of them, because the years may have gone by, but it seems to be the same mantra at Arsenal. However, Merce, Arsene Wenger still not saying whether he's staying or not. He says it's not affecting the players on the pitch. What do you think?
I'd like to think it isn't. I don't think these players are good enough at the moment, and I think they're letting him down. I find there's a bit of an arrogance about Arsene Wenger at the moment, which is a shame. You know, it's like, well, I'll let you know when I know. I know, but you can be known when I tell you. That's not right. You know, have a bit of respect for Arsenal Football Club at the same time here. You know, that song there, you lost that loving feeling. Bring them times back. See all them people scoring them goals. You had Tony Adams at the back, you had Mark Overmars, you had Bergkamp, Henry, Wiltor. I mean, these are world-class footballers. They haven't got that anymore. They haven't got that anymore, and that's the problem. They need to, I see a thing the other day, Jeff, on Sky News. I nearly fell off my chair. 8 players with a year left on their contract come the end of the season. I mean, how can that possibly happen at a club like Arsenal? And you're talking Sanchez, Ozil, Ramsey, Oxlade-Chamberlain. These are international footballers. International footballers that, come what next January, will have already signed for another team, if they haven't already sorted out a deal already for another team that season. I mean, at the moment, I find it a shame, and I just think the players are not helping the manager, but the manager's not helping the players at the same time.
Yes, do you think those players there, and like some of them he might be wanting to keep, do you think those ones who actually might want to stay at Arsenal might actually fall out of love and think, you've never valued, you've come to me so late? They're the ones who might even want to stay.
Tom, I was lucky in my career. I never went down to less than 2 years on my contract before the club come to me again and went, we want to offer you a new contract. A year. I mean, these are international players. These are not players, is it? They're not squad players where you think, well, they can go. To replace these players, it'd just be phenomenal.
Yeah, well, replacing the players is one thing. Replacing the players if you finish outside, not the top 4, but outside the top 6, Charlie, which is what they're facing at the moment, will be impossible, won't it?
It'll be difficult. It'll be difficult, but it's possible because their reputations are still high. There'll still be a lot of teams. Ozil, we don't know what's going on with him. It's ridiculous that the club are, sitting there and just accepting what's going on at this time. It really is unacceptable that Arsenal should be motoring like this. And other people like Giroud will probably say, if I'm not playing, then I want to move on. Arsenal are capable of selling a lot of these players and getting the best part of 200 million plus for a list of, I would say, 8-10 players. But of course, that's a gigantic rebuild. It's not we're missing 2 players anymore. We're missing 7 and 8, and that's massive. And this feeling that I'm anticipating, or I have been anticipating the big decision will be made, and I'm anticipating that was to walk away. Now I'm thinking it sounds as if it is that he's prepared to stay, and someone else they'll take the hit for it. It might be Steve Bold, it might be an assistant, it might be something new in that department. But there's a lot of dead wood that players are not good enough. It's not only are they not playing for him, it's not that. They're not playing for themselves. They're not playing for each other. So a lot of them can go, as far as I'm concerned. Sell them, top value, and then we have to worry about what position we finish as the season ends. That's the only way you can face it. Because if you're running down contracts to a very short term, you're not thinking longevity. This football club is not thinking long term at all. And it has to. I 3 years ago, remember being questioned by yourself, and you said, what would ever happen if something happened to Wenger? And I said, they have to think long term. And they're running down contracts, and it's embarrassing sitting seeing some of these players who are not good enough and never achieved very much at Arsenal, but yet they get a top-up every time the new contract comes up. You used to have to earn the right to get a top up to your contract.
Tis, what did you make of Alexis Sanchez's remarks this week that he wants to be at a club with a winning mentality, but he loves London?
He's going to Chelsea then, is he?
Well, it would be the obvious conclusion, wouldn't it?
It's pretty much the only conclusion you can make from that statement.
How would Arsenal fans deal with that? I mean, surely those who are, on Wenger's back now, if that were to happen...
Oh, my goodness. If he was to sell Sanchez to Chelsea, if there's, I don't know, if it's a 50-50 split at Arsenal, if it's maybe 60-40, I don't know. But whatever, there would be a massive shift in the percentage of people that were not happy with him, because that would just be...
He sold Van Persie to Man United.
Yeah, but I think back in those days, I think they had to, for the finances, because of the stadium and everything. They don't have to now. They're in a different position.
They're no different position. No way will they let... they're probably more richer, but no way will they let his contract come down and lose 50 million quid. That ain't the way Arsenal... You know that. Arsenal don't work like that. They wouldn't chop their nose off.
You're right, but this is a problem, and they are in a much stronger financial position, Tiz, you're right. But this is the problem with looking in at the club. Who's making the decisions at the club? They're just letting it go, and they're letting it go. They have to stand up.
Who is making the decisions?
Well, we don't know.
Arsene's making all the decisions.
Arsene must be in control of it, but he has to be asked. There's no way, and I hate harping back to it, but he was so good, was David Dean.
Yeah.
David Dean would have sat him down in dinner and said, what are you doing? I want to know. I demand to know. Because I have to make a decision as well as you do. There's no one else at the football club doing this, and they say it's a surprise that they want the American out. They want the American out because they want action at boardroom level. There's none.
They can't take a chance, even Arsenal, who say they're in a better financial position. They can't leave it till the end of his contract and go for nothing. I don't care who they are. And as you just said there with Arsenal, with players, so he'll get to this summer. He's got 12 months to run on his contract. They know, even at that, they will get big money for Sanchez. And if it's only Chelsea in the offing, they're going to have to sell to him. And they're going to have to do that. That will absolutely, the fans, everybody to do at Arsenal will be devastated.
Let's talk about what's happening on the pitch as well, Tom. I mean, everybody points the finger at Arsene Wenger. Who was responsible for the way they defended set plays at West Bromwich Albion a fortnight ago?
Arsene and his coaching staff, because they do this zonal marking. You have a look.
They have 9 Arsenal players inside their own 6-yard area.
And you are playing against a team like West Brom, who have some of the best players at attacking set plays. Listen, the keeper puts himself in a difficult position. Fletcher does great. He does this to every keeper.
8 inside the 6-yard area.
Bellerin here at the far post. He takes a step backwards first. And he's like that. It's responsibility, Jeff. It's players who want to defend. It's players who want to take responsibility and say, look, lads, let's get ready. We know these fellas. Nobody's even a blocker. You see even little Raheem Sterling, I think it was against Stoke City, who got done. But he was doing his job, I think, trying to stop. He was the blocker trying to stop Shawcross. So that's what people are.
So you're saying there's a lack of desire rather than a lack of organisation?
No, both. Both, because it's a lack of organisation, Jeff. You can't have so many players there in one. They were like you had about 4 players all in one area. Even defenders only. They weren't even in the right areas to do it. But then you've got to... They're all hoping, please don't let this ball come near me because I don't want to have a responsibility. And that's what and certainly Bellerin was...
Tomo, 3 weeks ago they played...
Ramsey also.
3 weeks ago they played West Brom... 3 weeks ago they played Liverpool away. One of the smallest teams in the league, Liverpool. And he played Giroud. And he said, I played Giroud because they're a big team, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Then they go and play the best team in the country, if not in the world of football, at set plays. And he leaves Giroud on the bench.
But he played well there.
I mean, that's one element of it, Charlie. But in that same game again, Arsenal are so wide open defensively. When anybody counter-attacks them, they look like they're going to concede.
And it's been like this for season after season. And this is the thing with Arsene, that as much as I want to be so supportive...
in the first couple of minutes.
I know, but it's
they make Alan Neil look like, Ronaldo.
No, it's exactly that. And they picks out the right pass, takes his time, and you're done. The problem now is, as soon as Arsenal give the ball away, you're in trouble. And the exact same will be tomorrow, Because Man City's counter-attack ploy will open them up and say, Arsenal at the moment are not confident. They'll give the ball away and then we'll counter-attack. And this is an absolute banker tomorrow that's going to happen. That is, you know, because the two centre-backs don't have blistering pace. People say Koscielny's quick. He's quick, but he's not really quick in terms of, you know, got a great burst. I've seen this all the time, Jeff. I go back. The softness at Arsenal when Hazard scores. It was a great Hazard goal, but he just bosses Coquelin off the ball. And then, because Koscielny doesn't even square up to him, he's all over the place and he just teases and torments. It's an absolute nightmare watching him defending because they can't.
In a word, Charlie, will Arsenal finish top 4?
No.
Okay.